I'm visiting Forest Hill Cemetery in Jamaica Plains, New York. No, that's wrong. Forest Hill Cemetery in Jamaica Plains, Massachusetts. And with a cemetery this size and this complex, you could spend an entire career attempting to document and locate and understand and study the gravestones. I'm not here for a whole career, I'm just here for a brief afternoon. But I have come here for one specific reason, and it is an attempt to understand physical geology, physical geography, human geography, and how the interplay of those two affect where we build our cemeteries. So back in the glacial age, about 20,000 years ago, glaciers, there was a huge glacier in this area, and glaciers are an interesting, have interesting characteristics. They actually move through the earth. They change landscapes. They carve out valleys. They collect rocks and dirt and debris and just all kinds of stuff, and they move those rocks and debris. And then when the glaciers retreat, when they start melting, there is glacial outwash, and all of those rocks and boulders are deposited. They're left behind, and they form various features depending on how they are deposited. There are things called eskers. There are things called drumlins, and this area is known for drumlins. And a drumlin, I'm not going to go into the specifics. First of all, I'm not an expert yet. I just have a cursory understanding of how drumlins are made and how glaciers move, but I'm becoming educated on how to visually see what a drumlin looks like. And I believe what we have in front of us right now is the remnants of when a glacier moved through, and this is called a drumlin, especially this section right here. Do you see how it kind of looks like an upside down spoon? The shape is kind of like if you would take a teaspoon and turn it upside down. It's a little bit teardroppy shaped. It's more slopey on one end and it's steeper on the other end. And this cemetery has quite a few drumlins within it. Okay, so what is a drumlin composed of? Well, the glacier picks up rocks and dirt and debris as it moves through and carves a landscape. And those boulders, and I'm talking big boulders, you know, building size boulders, but they get broken up, ground up, broken down, and it turns into something called till. And then that till is deposited. And what we have before us right here, is till. And that's a depositional deposit feature of a glacier. Now, I have a question for the real geologists who happen maybe to be watching my video. What do you see in the middle of this pile of till? What is that smoother shape? Is that a dike? I don't know. I think it might be, but I'm not sure. There's definitely a change in consistency there between the rounded boulders, or the fist-size boulders, and that smooth shape in the middle. Let's look also, as I climb the hill here, look at the scoring marks there. I believe that's where the glacier moved over and carved out little grooves, polished out grooves. I don't know. I'm still learning geology. I'm trying to understand it. I've gone back to school to take classes, and we studied glaciers, but I don't know exactly what I'm looking at. So, oops. So, all right, well, that is the geology lesson for forest hills. Drumlins don't occur just by themselves. They occur plentifully when a glacier moves through. There can be thousands of them just in a given area or over a large area. Thousands and thousands, and I think there are just dozens probably in this cemetery, Forest Hills Cemetery. So I'm going to run over here quickly. What do we have here? Is that another drumlin? I mean, I don't know. It looks like it. Now the bedrock, oh, well, not really bedrock, but this till, it's not bedrock, I misspoke, but the till left here, you can see it's kind of fist-sized. Oops, there's my foot up against one of these small boulders, and that, I believe, was deposited by a glacier. Am I wrong? Am I right? Do I have it right? Those of you who know, let me know. What is this rock right up here? Why is that enormous boulder at the top of this feature? I'm gonna run up this hill. Oh. How did this rock get here? Oh, this isn't just a singular boulder. This is more till. Look at this. Can you see all the individual, like fist-sized and bigger, but not as big as your head. Well, some of them might be. But this rock, how long has that been there? How long has that been there? Oh, did you hear the bells in the background? Time marches on for all of us. My time on this trip is coming to a close. I have made it all the way up to the Bay of Fundy, way up into, well, up into Canada. And now I'm on my way home back to Tennessee. I've been studying glacial geology and how glaciers affect the landscape, and then how the landscape affects where humans build their habitations, their habitats, and then how the locations of our habitats affect where we build our cemeteries. Look at the score marks or the fracture marks on these individual boulders. So sure, so you might ask yourself, well, why, what does geology really, what does that have to do with much of anything other than the rocks we use as gravestones? And I would like to think that the things we study in geology completely affects where we build our cities, which then affects where we build our cemeteries. I believe in front of us, and it's obscured certainly, but I believe that is another drumlin. I think is what I'm seeing. See how it tapers off here to the left, but then it has a more steep angle over here to the right. Yep, I think so. I think that's another one. I think they are all through this cemetery and all through Jamaica Plains and all the way up north. There's a squirrel. Go get him, squirrel. Think I can catch that squirrel? I don't think I can. All right, this is Keith. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your interest in cemeteries. Hey, put it in the comments below. What are your specific interests in cemeteries? I'm sharing mine, geology, and how it affects the cemeteries we build. What is your particular interest? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.